Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our signal as long as you are at your own risk. Before we go on the signal entry automated trade, I need to show our trader we have given you a promise that we're gonna, after over 10 years dealing with the public, and we are doing extreme auto trade. We've been building it for a long time. And I want to show to our traders what we have come out with the entry. We have talked about an entry before we start covering anything in the market, and we told you that our biggest problem is when a guy come in, he has not been trading for a very long time, and he just go right through the wall, and he want to make money. He don't have money. He don't have experience. So we have come out with a system that is not gonna require a lot of talent. And as you see here, we have added CL, Russell, YM, NASDAQ, ES. And as we see, now this is the only open trade, and it is based on 1 contract, 2 contract, 3 contract, 4 contracts, depends how you want it. The whole idea is no optimization, no tweaking. This one is gonna be part of the BBT i7, which it will be released within a week or so. And the whole idea is for the trader. And this is our nightmares. The traders have no knowledge, no money, no experience. And if you are on 1 contract, you can get it on a $300 on each instrument, $300 target. If you are on two lots, like what we are doing here, then you set your target to 500. If you are on 3 lots, you set your targets on 750. If you are on 4 lots, on each one of them is $1,000 on every instrument. So the whole idea here, today it is our first test. And what we have done with this entry, you don't need to do anything to this auto trade. You don't need to move trading stuff. You can if you want to. Like now, this one here, you can do that if you want to. Or most of the guys auto trade, they don't even do that. And you cannot, but it doesn't matter. He don't need to do that. It is a very aggressive auto trade. It's not going to let this market get away with any trend. It's not going to let this market get away with any trend. Now, the whole idea is on that entry we have added on the i7, and for the guys requested Renko bar, also we have put another entry on the i7 for the guys wanted to like to trade a Renko bar. Now on that one here, there is only one special entry on a Renko bar. I'm not a Renko bar lover, but because of our customers, they wanted a Renko bar. Some of them, they like to trade Renko bar. I personally like to trade minutes, but that's very fine. So we made a special entry for a Renko bar. We have added on the i7, and then what we have done, we have management. Now there is one thing about the management, how to approach that auto trade with this new entry we added on. There is so many options on that I7 is going to be from a guy is practically illiterate with computers, have a different timing, from a guy has no idea how to trade. He cannot look at the market. He can be civilized with his target. To the guy has more experience and he's looking for much higher targets than he can go and expand his profit to the much higher target. So what we are building, this I7, is not just for one slack of people, one type of a trader, professional traders. Because in the last 10 years, our experience is the guy seeks an auto trade because they don't know how to trade. The guy who seeks an auto trade because he have much higher expectation than any normal person trade the market because he is not aware how the market works. So what happened in this now, the target. Now this auto trade, you start around 9 o'clock, period. 9:30 if you want to. And for the ones are out of USA, that can start overnight with a different time frame, like 3 range ES, and they can go with it. And those trades started at 9 o'clock. What we have done, this is what the trick here on that auto trade. This auto trade is not made to be traded 24/7. But what we can do on that auto trade, for the guy has low money, let's say one contract ES, one contract NASDAQ, one contract YM. He's hedging the market. He is not putting all his eggs in in one basket, or maybe if you want to add CL. So let's say if you are on a $5,000 account, you can start with one trade ES, one trade, one lot YM, one lot NASDAQ, and one lot CL. Like today, there is a lot of volatility in the market with the ES. When I was trading the DAX in the morning, it was a lot of volatility today, even on the DAX. And the only thing was moving today was the CL, actually. And as you see, we have hit the target. The ES is a nightmare today. But what is really running, it is only the CL today. So it's very strongly advisable today for the guy trade the CL, the ES, to skip the NASDAQ Dow Jones today because there is a lot of volatility. So as you see here, the whole idea, folks, the whole idea here, as you see now, there is a new trade on the Russell, and it is climbing to the 120. And on each one of them is 100 tick target. When you are trading in one contract ES, one contract NASDAQ, one contract YM, one contract CL, maybe today the ES is not going to be working, and then what we can do, let's say if you're on a one contract here, we have a target 300 on the ES. If you are on the NASDAQ, we have a target 300 on the YM based on one lot, 300, and a CL, forget the Russell. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4, on each one of them, based on one contract, we have $300 based on one contract. What is the total investment you are investing? You are investing less than $3,000. You are investing less than $3,000. So let's say today the ES did not hit it, So we still can walk with the 3 instruments, hitting the target on $300 each. So you should be done you start at 9 o'clock, you should be done whenever this market, 9:30, depends on the market's movement. Sometimes you can be done in half an hour. Sometimes you can be done in 1 hour. Sometimes you can be done in 2 hours. It depends on the market's movement. It's not the auto trade. And then we are expecting you to stop the auto trade. A trade in 24 hours on that auto trade is not going to make you money. Let's put it straight out. Because right now, from 9 o'clock, we have a 2,600. It could be that trade right now is going to be a losing trade. It's not a just winning trade. It could be a losing trade. And now if this market getting into the chop, right now is 9:55. We started that auto trade at 9 o'clock. The market is spiked in a few minutes, and it was done. And right now this market is to start going a bit slow. So right now we have $2,600, and if this market gonna dive into a chop market, does not mean you're gonna be making $5,000. That means you're gonna smoke your $2,600 away. You're gonna melt your profit by the end of the day. So for those guys are modest. And they have not even a real money, $3,000 to $5,000. This is not a real money to trade for, the futures. But let's say you have $5,000. If you can hit out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, forget the Russell if you don't want to trade the Russell. So if we have the ES, NASDAQ, YM, and CL, this is 4 instruments. Total cost of investment maybe less than $3,000. Why we need the extra $2,000? You need the extra $2,000, God forbid, if we have a bad day. So sometimes what we have done, if the system catching a trend and your daily target, let's say 300, or if you have a 2 contract, your daily target on each instrument is 500, and then the market ran and you might wind up having 650, 750, 850 on that instrument. And then the second day, it could be a bad day for that instrument, but that will cover each other. So the way we are saying is it will average around, for 2 contracts, for each instrument, around $500 a day, plus minus, because you're going to have a bad days and a good days. So this is, once you hit your target, you're done for today. But we cannot make something keep running 24/7. It's impossible to make something goes 24/7 and earn money. So for those guys, their knowledge and their money is all the way down, less than a basic actually. So this is where you start learning how to manage auto trade, and you start growing with it. You have to be familiar with your auto trade, and you should know where is your limitation on an auto trade. But like I had a conversation with somebody, I think it was last week, a few days ago, where a gentleman is a baby trader, has been there for a few weeks, a new trader, and he was not asking too much. He just asking every month double his money. And what I'm saying by So if you have a 5,000, he's asking by the end of the month to be 10,000, and the 10,000 will be the next month's 20, and the 20,000 will be 40, and he's not asking much. We don't have any system can do that. I'm very sure there is a plenty out there can make your 5,000 turn to 10,000, and your 10,000 can turn to 20,000, and your 20,000 can turn to 40,000. But we don't have that kind of system. So we have something that more realistic, and it can be setting up a daily target. And when the market today it is up, then our losses for today is a limitation that we will not keep trading. As we see here right now on the Russell, before we start the webinar, we were on 2,600, and we have a losing trade. Now we start getting in red, and the market start getting sideways. So for those guys are taking a trade, 2 contract each. Okay, this is an example. Today your Russell didn't make it, but if we look on a $500 daily target, we have not set the daily target yet. We're not done yet. We are testing it. Today is the first day testing it in a real live data market, and tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we're gonna be setting the target. But if we look at this picture here, your ES based on 2 contracts hit the 500, hit 650. Your Nasdaq hit 745 on that trade, and the YM hit 555. You went south with the Russell, and the CL hit 580. So the whole idea here is your mission has accomplished for today, and you cannot trade anymore. You are done. You are done. And then you leave it alone, and for the second day. And that is the best things you can do for a guy has no knowledge. And here's the problem: you cannot argue. You cannot argue with a guy has no knowledge. You cannot, because he don't understand trading. So there is no use to waste time with a guy has no knowledge. He has no educated enough to understand how the market works. The only thing he want to argue that he want to buy an auto trade and double up his money the second day. That guy I don't want to have on my crew, because he is a daydreaming, and I cannot follow his dreams. I need to be reality here. This is not just a sell show. This is a reality. We need to understand the market does not work. You buy an auto trade from 5,000, it goes to 10,000, and 10,000 to 20,000. So that's mean you're turning your 5,000 to over $250,000 a year. Good luck with that. So if this is the reality, when you get up in the morning, there is nobody is going to collect the garbage for you. Nobody is going to serve you breakfast anymore, because everybody can turn the $5,000 to $250,000 a year. And this is hogwash. This is not something real. This is just daydreaming guys. When they are on a very depressed job, they start daydreaming. But the reality is not like this. So what we have come out, the best we have come out, is the reality that if you have less money, if we can nail $300 on each instrument, this is the best you're going to get out of the market, and you will be one of the top traders that you have been able to maintain your $5,000 without blowing your $5,000 within a couple days. So this is a reality, and the way we have built it, that it is a very aggressive trade. It's not gonna let it go. It is not gonna let any trend get away with it. Even if there is a drawdown, it's gonna go back and recover on the same day. It's not. This is the way it is, that trade. And then what we have done, we have made an entry for the Renko bar lovers, and on this Renko bar lovers, we made a special entry, and we are very pleased with the results on the Renko bars, and we will be continue working on this one here. We are testing also a special entry for Renko bar, so it's not going to be confusion between a normal and an entry and a Renko bar. It's not going to be any confusion on those. And now the things has closed, and I think has already hit the $1,000 on that trade. And I think we are done with this. And there is a Nasdaq an entry. And this is the breakout. We are testing it just the CLES, and because today is the first day, I don't want to over. So the CL already nailed the $1,000 trade right away. So the way I got it made, once this market move, you hit the 1,000 and you're done. And now we are in the trade with the Nasdaq. So if this Nasdaq, okay, closed? Yes, it closed. So the Nasdaq took that trade on that trade 325. This is the breakout. So we are doing okay on the breakout. So as I promised those guys, our members, they have requested something for Renko bar, so we did the Renko bar for them, and we wish them good luck with it. It is nice and easy, very simple, especially if you want to trade the CL. For the CL lovers, this is very good for the CL lover to trade this this thing. So let's go back and cover what's going on the what's going on in the market. As I said, the ES today has been trouble all morning, and we still having a problem with the ES. It's not really the first spike happened is around opening, and then it was all gone. So we are, we will try to analyze what's going on here, and we will explain to you. Just let me as we said before, when the market, like today, the ES is not tradable. Actually, there is a lot of a chop in the ES. And when you see a lot of a chop in the Nasdaq Dow Jones, don't try to dive into the chop market. Try to refuge to the CL. I noticed during those years when the CL, when the ES is struggling, Nasdaq is struggling. People refuge to the CL, and that's why it start generating trend. So when you see there is a lot of a chop on the ES, the CL, it is extremely profitable and usually runs. So right now, if we look at the market analyzer, the left upper corner on the market analyzer, it is based on one contract. We have a 380 ticks. You can use 4 different automated trade, ATM strategy, fully automated, and a pullback re-entry. On the market analyzer, it is based on one contract. If you see here, the entry on the CL was 57.88 and the target 58.36. Based on one contract, it was 55 ticks. As you see here, we are using 2 on the automated, so it's double the amount. It is 1,120 on that trade. And on the CL here, because it is all based only on one contract, it is $560. Also, we have the DAX today nailed 114 ticks. So the blue charts here is connected to the left upper corner. You have the signal comes in on the first column. You have the entry type. It gives you the entry like what we have on the CL. They all can be connected, 57.88. And the target is 58.40. And as you see it right now, it is above the target where the system has estimated. On the right upper corner here, it is the scalper, also signal entry scalper. As you see here, the entry signal scalper, we use a wide chart like the CL here. We continue talking about the CL, and this is here the CL scalper. I do like one thing here you cannot do on the target, you cannot pull it back. You cannot pull back the target, but you can extend the target. Also, on the trailing stop, you cannot go back with the trailing stop, but you can go forward with the trailing stop, and we did this on purpose. One of the things what we have done with this one here, the algorithm, when he sees it's a trend in, is going to extend the target itself with it, and when the market goes back, it's going to pull back a little bit, as you see. So I can extend the target if I want to, but if the system have it at the target 58.55, you cannot pull back the target, well, because it's going to go right back. And we did this for safety. So if you really want to close it, so you can close it from this one here, you cannot close it from the target. So by mistake, I don't want anyone by mistake closing the position. Also, in the same time, you cannot go below the trailing stop. It is very important. I don't want the trader to mess with it. And the reason is I don't want the trader to mess with it because that trailing stop, it is a base on a fib line. And if he want to, he can go above the fib line, but I'm not going to allow him go below the fib line. And this is very important for me to stay that trader, even if he's auto trading, to stay on the right track with the trading, because that will surprise you what guys can come out with when they are by themselves. They can really scare the hell out of me. So this way here, no matter how inexperienced that trader, he cannot go wrong with that trades. That's what I wanted. He cannot go wrong with that trade. So this is where the scalper, you can pick up $100 here, $160 here, $170 here, and then you are done. If your daily target is 500, 600, 300, you don't need anyone to call a trade for you. You let the scalper take those trades. You see, as an example, this is the whole idea is, you see $150, $130, I can secure some profit. If this market goes up, the market goes up. If this market don't go up, then at least I'm taking some of the profit up. Here, this is a $300 trade. I'm going to make tight up. I can get involved in it, or I can have the system keep moving the trailing stop to the fib lines where is the support line. So this is how it works, you know. So, and so this is a very straightforward for beginners. Also, it is very healthy to also get involved if you want to call a career, you know, with the trading. It is very important to get involved in those trades. Let me go back to the system we have built for beginners. And now we have 2 trades. This is the Russell. As you see here, 110 is based on 2 contracts. And we have the YM right now is $200. So now we are hitting the $3,000 immediately on that trade. But believe me or not, guys, once we are releasing that auto trade, I will not give support to our clients if he's gonna keep trading it all day long. I'm expecting him to trade from 9 o'clock, and he should be done by 10, 11 o'clock with a realistic target. This is the most important, realistic target, you know, and not the 5,000. I'm going to make it 10,000 and the 10,000, 20,000 and the 20,000, 30,000. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen just because you bought an auto trade. So, but if we can make it $300 based on 1 contract on each instrument, we grow slowly. If we can earn 10% every day of our total investment, this is a high qualified trader. But you cannot make 100% out of every instrument every day. This is a myth. Even the best system. So right now we have 3 trades. We have a Russell. We have a YM nailed another $380. So if you come in right now and you are just trading, you're not that far to hit your daily target today, $500, and you're done on 2 targets. The second trade we have in ES. This is your ES trade. The third trade is a Russell YM, and this is your YM. You're done. You cannot swallow the whole market because you have $5,000 in an auto trade. So we're done. Now we are up to 3,345 on those trades right now. At 10 o'clock, we have $150, we have $400, and we have, this is what, almost $1,000 trade right there, based on 2 contracts. How much money it costs us to invest 2 ES, 2 YM, and now that NASDAQ start jumping in, and a Russell, how much it cost us? Less than 5,000. Right now you are $800 in that trade. So how much percentage you made? Can you do that all day long? No, you cannot do that all day long. If you're gonna stay doing all that all day long, you're not gonna walk away with money. You're gonna be in red, because I don't know what is going to happen in the afternoon. I don't know if this market gonna start going sideways, flat. And if it does, it's gonna wipe up your whole profit for today. That's why you cannot win the conversation with a guy don't know anything about the market, because he's gonna win. It's like exactly an illiterate guy. You cannot talk to him about anything because he thinks he knows everything. So this guy, you cannot win with him. You know, and no use to sit down and talk to him. It's wasting time. Because he has no idea how this market works. And here's the things. A guy has been trading for a few weeks, he want to argue with you. And he thinks it's the best the way he's thinking. So this guy you cannot win, is a lose-lose situation with him. So I prefer him to go to my competitors and stay there. and don't come and bang my head. I'm tired. So now we are on those entries right now, 1,130. How much more do you need in the market? My whole concentration here, my whole point, that I'm really bored with those stories. Every morning somebody calling me, he's not asking much, he just needs to double his $5,000 every month. That's it. He's not asking much. I'm so glad he's not asking much. We do not have that kind of system. If you are interested in each instrument, couple of 300 average a day, you're very welcome. If you want to fly Phantom, go ahead and fly it somewhere else. On those trades right now, we are up to 1,200, 1,300. And as you know, as you see here, on each one of them is 100 tick trade. So in other words, each trade, once we catch the trend, is 1,000, is 100 tick. On the Nasdaq YM is 100 tick, that means it's $500, and you're done. You close NinjaTrader very slowly, come into the mouth, go to the left corner of your computer, shut down everything, and go get a life. This way you can give us a break to breathe, and this way you give your family a break to breathe as well. And there we go. There is no support, sir, when I'm on the YouTube. Anyone requires support, it has to be, or you want to send a picture of you do it after we are done with YouTube. Now here is the scalper, nail 250. Close it, you're done. Here is your scalper on the signal, nail to another 230. You're done. Here is your gold, 600. How much more do you need? I mean, this is not a buffet table, all the ticks you can eat for $9.95. It's not. It's not a buffet table, all the ticks you can eat for $9.95. This is, you have to be professional and you have to think about, look at this. On the CL, it did go south. Now we start losing a profit on the CL, which the CL earlier today, and I think we still have a CL on the signal, and now even the signal we have on this one here, on the 1 minute YM, barely about to hit the target, $400 on that trade, and on, no, the CL is done. The CL is done. But I nailed 1,000 something on the CL. So right now we are losing the ground on the CL, and now we start getting in the red on the CL. But here is the secret, guys. When you are hedging the future, we have $160 down, we have 360, we have 470, we are into the profit, $700-800, or it could be $1,000. So become the instruments, the one is not doing good, is become irrelevant, because the most profitable is hedging the market. You will not be surprised that the ES tomorrow is gonna sit like a mule and not doing anything. So if we have the CL movement, so it's gonna cover the ES and whatever plus profit plus minus. So this is the whole idea, guys. So this is now we are running it and manage it and managed. Because we don't want to set the daily target today, and tomorrow we will be testing the behave on this algorithm, and then we're gonna start setting the target on that auto trade, and the minute we want to release it, we kept adding and adding and adding, but we're about done, and we need to lock it and send it to all our traders. Again, for the ones that just joined us, We have fixed you an entry for the breakout, and it don't seem like I have the ES set up. We are already done with the CL. Hit 1,000 on one entry, and if you notice what I have done, I've been changing everything. It is like sitting a standby once this market, because the market spikes once a day. Once the market spikes a day, I'm nailing it and run away. This is the best approach to the future trading. And now there is a $600 in the trades, and now we have one more trade. So probably we're gonna hit, because we had an earlier on this video $300 right there on the top. We took a trade right there, and it was break even, so we had around 300. So this is another $1,000, and we are about to be done with that one here, I guess. Let me see. And for this auto trade, it is 620 on the YM, and we have the Nasdaq is 120, and the ES is 100, and the Russell is 340, and the CL is flat. And they're all on 2 minutes, guys. None of this, they're all on a minute. So there is around $1,000 in those trades. Flatten out everything. This is what I want to for my traders. If we have $800, $900, right click and flat out everything and run. Don't wait till it gets 1,000. Don't get till it gets 3,000. Don't. If you have those trades and you got $1,000, look now, it went down to 645. A second ago you had 1,000. This is a stock market. This is a future. You see 1,000, right click, flat out everything, close computer, and do something with your life. That's what I want. This is how I respect a trader. Not a trader can brag about making $10,000 today, because that trader makes a $2,000 or $10,000 a day. Believe me or not, tomorrow he's gonna lose 10,000. This is not a trader I can be related to, but I can respect a trader knows when to run and when to stay out and when to go ahead and start taking the market. This is the smart trader. Not the smart trader can make $10,000 in one day on an auto trade. Because if he makes $10,000 today, he's going to lose $10,000 tomorrow. And probably he will lose $20,000 tomorrow, because he's an aggressive trader. He's no longer trading. He is gambling. And there is a very fine line between those two. Excuse me, guys. I don't know if you can hear from my voice. I had a very hard flu over this weekend. So I'm going to be taking a couple minutes of break, and we will continue covering some other the same auto trade with the different entries and what's going on. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, guys. Today I'm gonna pick on those aggressive guys constantly, and I apologize for being aggressive about this kind of traders because it is time for us to wake up those people. So today, what I want to do, we are using because we are testing, and as you see, this is the Autotrade, the ones we are testing today for the beginners, and they don't have to do any optimization, anything. They set it up and they keep going with it. To show you, this is the market analyzer. This is the CL, is 260. This is the ES, is down 50. This is the Nasdaq, is down $10. This is the Russell, is up 230. I want to show the traders, and I'm going to leave it here so you can monitor the trades. And you're going to see your $2,000-$3,000 when the market, this today is unmanageable. In other words, I don't have the daily target on it. So you are supposed to have on two contracts $500, and we already done those $500. But I wanted to educate that uneducated trader that you cannot trade 24/7. And I want to keep it here on the right bottom. And I want to show you how your $2,500 is going to melt. If this market not trending, you're going to melt. Here's the problem, guys. Everybody want to sell on Autotrade. And everybody like to show profit. We're the only one, we try to be hush on the YouTube. We try to say it the way it is. Because we can afford to do that, and we don't need it. Just sales speech. I want to prove to those guys that you can imagine yourself, you have a $5,000 account, and now you're coming in, and you're not looking at the market, you're not looking at the auto trade, if the auto trade is struggling today or not. If this auto trade making money or is staying in red all the time. You cannot recognize that, and you have a $5,000. And if you are on a one contract ES or two contract ES, two contract Nasdaq, two contract YM, one contract CL, you can cover it when the market is open below the $5,000 capital. If you're not careful, your $5,000 on a flat market, it will be $2,500 in one day. This is where the trader doesn't want to think about, and he blames the auto trade for that. It's not. Blame yourself because you cannot read the market. So I'm going to leave this one here for you. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to leave it. I'm testing it today, and is very unmanageable today. I'm just testing the entries, and the next new update is going to have a daily target, and then we will be covering to hit, but it's already hit the $500 daily target today. You have a new signal on the DAX if you are a DAX trader. But I want to cover something else also. Especially when the market is slowing down. And if we look at the right upper market here, it is the scalper. And as we see here, I want to show you that this is the scalper from this market analyzer. And no matter what you do, you should walk with $500. No matter what you do. Sometimes you start south. But for the guy who want to quit a job and want to make this one here as a career for him. Not this guy want to auto trade and trip. Not this kind. But if this, you wanted to quit your job, This is a very good place to start learning how to trade between the fibs. On that chart, there is no junk indicators, MACDs, ATRs, all this junk. There is none of that. You're trading fibs here. And all what you need is a clean picture. Sometimes it's so scary when we come into people's chart to do the installation for them. And you see a million indicator on their chart. Once your eye gets used to seeing the fibs, where are the fibs? Where are the trailing stop? Where is, if we look, I don't know if you can see that on the NASDAQ, there is a little small arrow here. It's telling you the market is turning around. Look. And this arrow is not, look at it. This arrow is not a repaint arrow. So when I see this arrow and I have $500 in my in that trade, I close it. Why not? Why not? I close it. This is a $300 trade. I close it. This is another $600 trade. I close it. I don't need to keep looking at the sky and let the system do the magic for me. I can go ahead and say close position. The whole thing here, the whole idea is, this is the white chart coming from the scalper here. We have on the market analyzer here, on the right upper market analyzer, this is the scalper, which it is very good for Wednesdays when there is an FOMC. The market does not move. This is an excellent day to do that. Or on Monday morning. You don't want to swing on Monday. You want to scalp on Mondays. Always Mondays is a scalping day. It's not a swing trading. Very rare you will have swing trading on Mondays. Usually the scalping really doing good. So on Monday when I came in, still a low volume in there. I can pick up $100 on the ES, $200 on the NASDAQ, another $100 on the YM. You're done. But you cannot. Also, when you're trying, if you see this market here, let's take the gold as an example. The system has estimated the gold is going to close at, because every entry the system calculates. It's not the same fixed entry. We are way done and over years ago about this. We don't have a fixed entry. Exit, I'm sorry. But if we look at this one here, once you start learning, we can see this market is going to the fib line. If you notice how this target is extending by itself, we're the only company we have managed to extend the target while you are in the trade automatically. When you are doing auto trade, there is no such an auto trade out there can do that. If we notice here, there is a fib at 15574. And now we are climbing to this 15574. And our target is 1558. So this is telling me to open your eye, and it could be getting rejected from that fib line, and I have a $700 trade. Now here is the thing is, if this market was not able to break that fib, it's gonna turn around and you're gonna stand closing this trade with 750, you're gonna wind up closing the trade with a 300, 400, I don't know. But when I can keep my eye on that fib, should I close position or not? on that kind of trade, this one here we are using, you just close your eyes. We're not going to do anything here. And this one here does everything by itself. As an example, we have a CL, has $240, it does everything by itself. But that kind of an auto trade, can teach you to become a trader. Why you are auto trading? Can teach you how the market is moving. This is another one. Is it coming from the Russell? If you start around 9 o'clock, you should pick up your ticks and go home and close. So, for the ones that are bored with their job and they wanted to use full time in the trading, this is a very simple approach for the trader to use the ATM. Look at this one now. Look. Now this one here, either gonna close it, is either gonna make it or break it. If this market able to make it, you are up to $1,000 trade. Look how this market is stopped. Right at the fib. I don't want to just hand out an auto trade. I have a guy last week, he don't know anything about trading, and he want to argue with me why he need to learn the auto trade. Why can't I come in, install the system for him, and turn it on for him? And I said, how are you going to auto trade if you don't know how the auto trade works? So, if this fib line break it, that's mean we are on a $1,000 trade. If this number cannot break that fib line, that's mean you're not closing that $1,000 trade. You are closing with $300 trade. This is gonna make a difference between a trader can look at the chart, and two traders are trading right now the gold. They can walk away with two different results. So when a guy call in and say, how much you think I make on the ES next month? I don't know. Why? Because I don't know what kind of trader you are. I don't know if you cannot see this market as a chop and you're gonna dive in right into the pile of mud. And then I have another trader, he says, you know what? I've had enough. I have $75. I want to be a little bit more realistic here. I have $50. I have $37. I have $700. I'm done. So that trader, I don't know what kind of trader he is. And this guy, most of them, those guys, they don't want to touch the chart. They don't want to look at chart. They just want to look at the numbers. And this is a long story for 10 years non-stop. So we have done something for those. It was a very major breakthrough to find a solution. Whatever this market, they're going to get. If this market moving, they're going to get a big pile of money. If this is not, they're not going to walk away with anything. And it is done. The story is over. This is the best we can do for those guys are really not into the market, which there is plenty of them. There is over 50%. But we still have some people are serious about trading and they want to take their trading to the next level. This is a very good place to start with. It's clean. There is not too much indicator. And as you notice, even the bars are not colored. I can color the bars. I have plenty indicators cover the bars. Look at the gold, where it is. Look at the gold. We've been talking about the gold. Look, where is this gold at? It's still in the same place with where is the fib. So that indicate it could go both of direction. It can go both of direction. So this is I mean, we provide the tools, but guys, how you work with the tools is up to you, really. And this is a YM on the scalper. Taking a trade. Let me show you. Here is the YM. if we notice on this YM, don't need a guy with a light bulb over his head telling him this YM is not going to go anywhere. Why? If we look at the YM, there is a lot of bad area here, and there is a lot of support area here. You have a support area is dealing with right now the YM. Now the YM is in trouble. The YM is in trouble. We have a support area here, 92.17. If we break it, we have another problem, 92.12. If we break it, we have another problem, 92.06. And then you hit home, which, as you see here, the YM, look, is struggling. This one here is not going anywhere, and I can spot it, and I don't need a guy with a lot of experience to see that YM is struggling. Another story here. You know, for the last 2 years, we have teach everything about trading on YouTube. This year, I'm going to sit and try to educate guys how to manage auto trade, how to look auto trade. And for the ones that don't want to look at the chart, forget it. They're going to stay where they are, you know. But if we look at right now on the gold, where what we have said about this fib, now this fib line coming exactly in that area here, and it is struggling to go to the target at 55.9. It's right there, 585 right now. So this one here is a trouble in this area. I can close that trade, and this one here, for somehow, some reason, it broke a little bit, but this is it could turn around and goes right away and close your position with losses. We cannot predict where is the next bar going to be, if it's going to be up or down, but within a millisecond, this market can turn around and close you in a losing position. So this is where I know that YM, it is a trouble. As you see, is going back and forth. So that's why what we have done to the YM, I can break even on this one like this. And now I'm in a safe trade. Why? Why I'm in a safe trade? Because I covered myself. It doesn't look good. One thing, if this market is start trending and finally able to break all those area, those trailing stops, once they come into this area where you have put your trailing stop, they start picking up wherever you have put the trailing stop and move them for you. If you notice now, the trailing stop fib line start coming in where I have put those two stop loss, and now what it does, what we have done, it can move those trailing stop to the lower level and give you better protection. Now what we can do, if this market is trending, we can turn the scalper to swing trading, and we're gonna maximize our trend in our trade. We have thought of everything, guys. As you see, where I have put my trailing stop, both of them, now the system moving those trailing stops on the lower fib level for me. And now I am in a free trade on this one here. I don't care what is going to happen to it. I'm in trouble with those fib lines. We broke those fib lines, and we are going down, and this is a very good. And we're going to close it here at the target, or if you want to be a little bit greedy, you can get greed with it. Now if we look on the gold finally broke those level, and probably there is a good potential. It's going to be $1,000 trade, and it is going to because it broke that level. And if I want to secure a little bit more, I go ahead and secure it to the second minor fib line. The first one is a minor, the second one it is, and there we go. Close position, 820, done. Thank you very much. Done with that. If we look on the YM, I extended the target, but the market came in exactly to the target, going back to the resistance. The support become resistant, and now it is got stuck between resistance line 29,212 and 29,206, and then as we see here, can go either direction, but we already secure a profit, so we don't care about the way this market going on that direction. Let me go back with this the new entry for the auto trades. As we see, we're still going in the circle, and we have $300 on the trade CL. This is one. $40 on the Russell, and now we are in trouble with the Nasdaq, and we are in trouble with the ES. You can see how this auto trade start going in the circle when the market is not moving, and now you can start losing ground and you start losing your profit if you are insistent on continued trading. This is where I'm attacking those traders. They think you can trade 24/7, and the more you trade, the more money you make. No, the more you trade, the more money you lose. They forgot to tell you that part. Anyone can come out at night after the fact, have 100 chart, and maybe there is 10 chart out of 100 made it. But why don't you come down here and turn on the live trade during the daytime and show us how those 10 charts only making money? Anyone can come in after the fact and show profit. I want to cover the symmetry on the automated trade. Also the I7. We are using the 3 charts and 1200. We have actually not much. The YM, and there is one in the Nasdaq, and one ES. Not much today on those trades. Okay, so that's what happened on this symmetry. Okay, now here is the story, guys. When we first started, we were on almost $3,000 on that system, and now because this market not moving, now we start getting losing trades here and there, and before you know it, you start sinking in from 3,000 to 2,500 to 2,000 to 1,500 to 1,005, then 500, and then all gone. You cannot trade all day long, guys. You cannot trade all day long. It's like you're sitting on a gambling table playing a blackjack all day long. For the forex trade, I mean, I cannot cover everything here. We are on for the forex trade, we are 53 ticks based on the last entry signal, not the whole day for the forex. But really, we cannot cover everything in one time and one screen. So also we have some requests to add the swing trade and trend exit on the i7, so maybe we are doing it later on, but now I need to lock it and send it out. But there is some traders asking us to move this one to a new auto trade, so maybe we will do that. I don't know yet, but it will be the future after we release the system to the traders. We will add that entry as well, and we're gonna try to make a panel so it will be easier to manage, I guess. Okay, guys, I'll be quiet. Taking a break. Thank you. The Y charts is connected to this market analyzer, not to that. Now we are on $1,000 trades for that auto trade. ES is 275, and you're very welcome to follow those trades, guys. And it's unmanageable. This market analyzer, we have not fixed the trailing stops on it, but this is now, it is $1,000 trade entry on the last entries. But I want to cover that. So this one here, it is one system, and that market analyzer is connected to those Y chart. This is another round I want to show you. This is another round on a new signal. You have a 360 Nasdaq, 225 ES, and 300 Russell. So this is, you're done. Takes you one signal entry. You're done. And then if you want the YM here is your YM. You're done. You made your 1,000. It takes one entry. If this signal entry did not work, the second entry is going to work. You're done. What we are trying to manage here, we're trying to manage as traders with just a small, if you cannot manage things like this, then you should not be trading, period. Because how hard it is to close position, you are on $1,000 profit. You know, how hard that is. So there we go now. Look at this. some is going to hit the targets and some they are going. And then you have the option. You see, that's what I was talking a while ago with the gold. Now we have a $370 on a Nasdaq trade. Do you think a professional trader has been trading for 10 years, he made better money than you did? No. But we can see there is a problem at 91.85. It can make it or not. We don't know. Okay? I'm a new trader. I don't know if it's going to make it. I have a $300 and $375 in my hand. Should I close position? Walk away? Or should I leave it? The auto trade is taking the entry and is telling you where to take a trade. Look at that trade on the YM. It starts sinking and I have $250. Should I take it off the table or should I let somebody else have it? Or maybe you're thinking about leaving a tip on the table. I don't know. But how hard it is to control that kind of trade. The auto trade is taking the trade for you. It's telling you where is the target. And we are giving you an option. If the market is trending, the auto trade is going to extend the target. And there we go. We're done with that. There is a new signal on the YM buy on the swing trading. 29246, target 29284. So we have $1,000 in here. On that auto trade, the ones now we are testing without using a trailing stop. This is the first day we are testing it for the amateur traders. Now on the last entry, you made 1,680 on the last entry. Are we done? Yes, we are done. We're done. Again, we are done. If you go back with the video, we were almost up to 3,000. We dropped to 1,500. And now we're climbing again to 3,000. Does not mean if you have a 3,000 by 9:30, 10 o'clock, you're going to have 6,000 by 12 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, you can be walking away with banana, or you can walk away with 2,000, or you can walk away with 1,000, or you can walk with 5,000. So that's what I'm saying. When you see it is an acceptable amount, flatten out everything and call it off. This is extremely powerful, and this is exactly we are expecting the trader to start around 9 o'clock, either direction, hit target plus minus, and if you are on a $500 plus minus, and you walk away. You don't need to keep poking the market all day long, and maybe you're gonna get in trouble. So now on the last entry, we have $1,500 into the profit. Now on this one here, the signal, we have 400, 100, that's 500, 300, that's 800, 500, that's $1,200 on the scalper, this one here, automated to trade. Do we still need to trade? And a plus another 40, 140. Look at the CL, came in right into the trade and turn around. How hard that is. No optimization. The trade and stop is based on fibs. You don't have to sit down on the whole weekend trying to do replay, tweaking, optimizing, back testing, forward testing. You turn on the auto trade in the morning, you pick up a signal, the signal start making a profit, you secure your profit, you walk away. And this is another one also. This is the gold, 120, CL, 80, 420 YM. All of them, this is scalping based on 15 second. And this is a Russell, 85. You win with some, you lose some. ES, 350, NASDAQ 500. This is for the guy who seriously want to trade and want to really quit his job and make a career out of it. You need to sit down and practice 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. Each trader is different. Until, and this is the benefits you get when you are using NinjaTrader platform, you can turn in the sim account, you can trade. I have a gentleman right now. He brought his daughter to a trading. He put her on a sim. She's trying to learn how the system works here on a sim, and she's a very serious woman. And I'm very sure within a month she can start picking up money or start picking up ticks out of those trades. And for some reason, women are more disciplined. I don't know why, but I don't want to get into it. But we are a little bit loose, and women are more disciplined, I think. I don't know. But so how hard that is on those white charts to nail your $500 or $1,000. How hard that is. And you know what? And if the market not trending, again, if this market not trending, none of them will make money. None. That's reality. None of them will make money. None of them will be in green. I promise you that much. Because the market moved a bit, now on the last entry we nailed 1,700 because the market is moving. And that's why we left it to this time and managed with a daily target and with the trailing stops. We just leaving it as is. And it is straight out of the box. No tweaking, no adjustment, no optimizing, nothing. Just you put it on, you get your money, you leave. If the market moving, you're going to walk away with money. The market not moving, you're going to be like anybody else. You're not going to walk away with money. Welcome to trading. There is another tomorrow. Fight for another day. This is it, guys. Straightforward. How much is going to make tomorrow? I have no idea. How much is going to make on a Friday? I have no clue. On a Friday, if the ES going to get stuck between a channel or is going to break a key, I have no idea tomorrow what is going to happen. The only time I know I can estimate how much this auto trade going to make tomorrow when I open the chart and start looking at the technical chart and see where is the problem on the ES, where is the problem on the NASDAQ, where is the problem. Because this is the most common question. Sam, how much you think I should make tomorrow on the ES? I don't know. Let me, look at my crystal ball. How would I know? If I know, I would not be sitting here. I don't know. I don't know if tomorrow you're going to walk away with $1,000 on the ES or you're going to walk with nothing. I have no idea, and nobody can promise you anything. Anyone can make a fake PDF. Anyone can make a fake PDF. Performance can be altered within 5 minutes, and I can give you the very fancy PDF. But the reality when you are looking at the trade daily is different than a guy come and hand you out a PDF. Because if you go down on his PDF or on his website or any website, it says the prices today that auto trade on this last entry made $1,500 is not necessarily tomorrow is going to make the same. So in the future trade in Forex, stocks, if you make $10,000 today, does not mean tomorrow you're going to make $10,000. This is unrealistic. Ask yourself a question. How much you think you're going to be making tomorrow? Can you tell me? How much you think you're going to lose tomorrow? Can you tell me? You don't know. Why you want me to know? If you know tomorrow you are losing, you would not be trading, would you? And you have a system, everyone have a system on his chart, because you don't know how much you're going to make tomorrow, you don't know how much you're going to lose. Whether you are using an auto trade, a manual trade, You don't know tomorrow how much money you're going to make. And me neither. I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Probably tomorrow all going to be in red. Or probably tomorrow they're going to be making 10,000. I don't know. The only time I know when I start the charts in the morning and start looking at the technical side of the ES, I can look at the ES and say, you know what, today we have a problem here, we have a problem there, we have a problem here. So most likely this ES is going to be on the short side all day long. Then I can analyze the charts. But I cannot analyze tomorrow chart based on today's. Things can change direction tomorrow. So this is typical amateur question. If I put $5,000 in the market, how much you think I should make next month? Banana, I don't know. If I know, I would not be in this business. How would I know? If I know I'm losing money tomorrow, why do I need to get up and start trading if I think I'm going to lose money tomorrow? So those questions is irrelevant or has nothing to do with the trading. Of course, you have to have an auto trade can make money, but how much you're going to be making tomorrow, I have no idea. If we make $20,000, does that mean tomorrow you're going to make $20,000? No. You might make 40 and you might make nothing. So those are very common questions we get often. And it is like, you playing the same CD when a guy come in. And then the same story, all of them, the same story. I'm not asking for much, just double up my money every month. He's not asking much. And then you ask him how long you've been trading, how much you are, how much experience you have? None. Okay. So all this daydreaming, we need to snap out of it, and we need to wake up to reality. Now, if we notice now the market start dying on us, and we did not close any of those positions, now probably we have less than $1,000. Now this one is closed. Now we only have $280. We have $225, $80, and $175. So if we calculate it here, there is less than 500. Few minutes ago, you were over $1,000 on that trade. Over 1,000, and now you refuse to look at it. Now you just took $500 out of your wallet and threw it out of the window because somebody emotionally cannot get involved with the trade. And here is the problem. It's our problem. It's not his problem. So this is reality, guys. This is reality. Welcome to trading. We say it the way it is. Take it or leave it. Now we are on that trades. The last entry, we are up 1,610. We nailed $400 on the last trade on the ES. And then the CL short, okay. 360 is right here. Russell $20, don't spend it in one place. YM 340 and a climbing. Nasdaq 660 on the Nasdaq, the last entry. And this is really, really, now we are $1,800 on those trades. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. On the swing trade, and we still have the ones you have in your hand on the Nasdaq. We're still on the same trade on the Nasdaq. This one is already our traders have it. This is a totally different automated trade. It's not the new auto trade. This one here, the scalp trend exit. And we're still on the same trade all day long, and it is 2,360. This is really one direction long. It is amazing. And what else we have? Not much. Okay, I'll stay quiet before we get in trouble. Thank you. I'm not using the trailing stop today. We are testing the entry, but we can see the Nasdaq nailed $780. The ES 425 on the last entry, 330 on the YM, 50 on the Russell. Wow, 50 on the Russell. That's sad. And 300 on the CL. So as we see, this is the Nasdaq. If we look at the Nasdaq from the technical side, I mean, I don't want to, just letting you know that we have a reversal here, and we have a reversal at 91.95, and absolutely It's not gonna go over 92.03. So let's see if it's a break that area here at 91.94.75. We are about to close that trade with $1,000 on the Nasdaq, because on the last entry we nailed 2,075 based on 2 contract, and let's see if we can nail it. The whole idea, catching a trend, nail it and leave it. That's it. Once you hit your target, leave it. Let me share the scalpers with you as well. On the Nasdaq, we have 375. It starts sinking on the 15 second. Start sinking in this area, but do you have $800 in the profit? ES on the scalper 225, and the Russell here is a short on this auto trade. I think, yeah, the Russell here also is short in here. So this is another $500-600 on the last entry signal with the scalper. And then you have this auto trade is about to have 1,900 on the last entry, and I think the Nasdaq is start sinking. As you see, we adjust today because this is our first test on this entry. There is a many entries on the I7, but you can do that if you want to, but it's gonna close automatically if the trend change. It will close automatically, but also you can override the auto trade by using, if you want to, or you can close position from here. You have a button, you can close position if you are happy with the 800, or you can secure some of the profit if you want to touch the chart, or if you don't want to touch the chart. Once the trend change is gonna change, it's gonna close automatically, whether you have a trailing stop or you don't. It doesn't matter. But if you want to secure some of your profit, you can do that. So it's up to you what you want to do. Again, guys, you cannot just close your eye and trade. You cannot. So let's see. Now we are in between $1,000 trade or a $700 trade on the Nasdaq. A few seconds ago, we had almost $2,000 on the last entry, and now we are down to 1,570 on the last entry. If we look here, now we have 1,600. A few seconds ago, we had 2,000, and there we go. Now we are climbing again to the 2,000. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. NASDAQ 1,295. Beautiful trade. Absolutely beautiful. And yes, as always, sleeping. So that was a beautiful trade on the NASDAQ. Nice. And did catch it all the way, non-stop. That was a very nice trade, and the way it closes, beautiful trade. It's done, NASDAQ. And then, guys, you can do this, If you see a number you like, you can close it, or you say, you know what, pause it. You pause it so it's not going to take you any more trade if you want to. How much more you need on that one? Now on the ES, we are up to 600. We're eating banana with the CL. And welcome to trading. We'll see if we're going to... And then we have NASDAQ, we're done. And we have a struggling market on the Russell. I mean, today I will never auto trade Russell, but we are testing it on the entries. So we'll see how. What time is it? 11:42. Also on the swing trade in the $400 trade, you can extend the target if you want. Look at this little thing. It came into the target and it just fell. Look, and now start. Okay. Let me see. ES. Okay. Also, the YM has crossed the $1,000. And we have the ES had $800 when we started, and then the market goes sideways and now has recovered. This is the secret to recover with your auto trade in the same day, not tomorrow. Okay, I'll stay quiet. To respond to one of our trader, did we add the start timing and stop timing? There is. We have another member. He reminded me yesterday, and we are going to add that also, because today what we were doing, we were testing the entry that to see how it is. It's not manageable. In other words, we are not using trailing stop. We're not using daily target. We want to see how this entry behave today, and then I'm gonna add the daily target and all this, which we are trying to study. Where is the limitation? Which go back to the subject where we had a guy trying to argue with me. Why do I need to learn the auto trade? We're trying to learn the entry where we need, where is the limitation on that entry, and where we need to put our daily profit if you are based on 1 contract, 2 contract, 3 contract, or 4 contract, because you're gonna have a trader have no money. He borrowed money to buy the Ninja Trader license. He's gonna borrow money to trade, and he has no experience. He needs to auto trade. And then you have another guy. He is a little bit more experienced with $5,000 in his account. And then you have another guy with 50, 30,000, and 250. So we're trying to manage, because not all traders are the same knowledge and money. So you have different traders, different, but the whole concept, it is from 9 till you hit your daily target. So we have not decided where it's going to be on a one, because today is the first trial. We have not decided yet on, I'm using 2 contract, but I have in my mind to be if you are trading 1 contract on every instrument is 300, and if you really want to be secure, 250, 2 contracts 500, 3 contracts 750, 4 contracts 1,000 on every instrument. In other words, $1,000 on ES, $1,000 NASDAQ, $1,000 YM. It does not mean all gonna hit 1,000. You're gonna have days they all gonna hit 1,000, and as we see today, from 9 o'clock we have the YM hit the 1,000, and we see the NASDAQ hit 1,000, and the ES hit 600, 400, which it was 850 to start with. So we are going to study how we are gonna put the daily target, but we're gonna add the timing on the I7, and then you can have it to start from 9 o'clock and stop at 12 o'clock, or you can have it even if you have the timing start at 9 o'clock and stop at 12 o'clock. Once it hits the target, it's gonna stop before the 12 o'clock. So we're gonna add this one. We're gonna add the daily target, but I need another day to test how much is the limitation for that one, to measure the everyday every instrument's target, and then we're gonna add the timing. We are already, as I showed you, we have add for the Renko lovers, an entry for the Renko trade, and also it is a little bit hard on Ninja Trader 8 to make a panel. On Ninja Trader 7 was not a problem. It seems like also we find a situation, we find a way, because what I wanted to be organized, the auto trade, when a guy opened the chart, don't have a 20 different setting to deal with. So what we are trying to do, make it unique, and have the filters on one page and the entries on another page. So if he wants to have a symmetry, he can have the symmetry. If he wants this one, he can have this one. if you want to use a different entry or if you want to use a filter. But this one here is unfiltered today. So because we are testing the entry, how the entry behave, and where the entry is taking a trade. This is very important for us, not the amount of money as much as how it is behaving in the market. We are looking at the market different from the amateur guy. He just looking at the dollar and cents. We want to know how it is handling when the market is sideways. How is it handling overnight for a guy living in Australia or in Europe or in England? We need to know how this auto trade behave around the Globex, and so this entry, it is very limited what we can do with it, but we still today our first trial on it, and of course tomorrow we will have a clean picture on Wednesday how we gonna set the ground for it. Tomorrow it will not. Also here on the swing trading we have 420, and we have $475 on those trade. And for the forex, we are flat. There is not much happening right now on the forex. So tomorrow it will not be live. We are extremely busy. We put in all those together, lock it, and we want to send it to the traders as soon as possible. So we're not able to come in live on YouTube tomorrow, but we will be live again on Thursday, 10 o'clock, and probably I will try to push my programmer to set the daily target and the timing. So for a guy is I prefer not to be left alone at the auto trade. If you are you have a job and you have to be somewhere, what you can do, you can use your team viewer on your computer at home, and you keep your eye on your smartphone or your tablet with your team viewer, making sure nothing goes wrong or get overfilled or something goes wrong. You don't know what happened. You cannot just close your eye on an auto trade, because on any platform can be overfilled or can be your broker failed to get you, fill in or something. So you still can. You need to keep your eye on it to make sure nothing goes wrong, or the power goes off in your home, or you lost internet and you have an open position. You cannot just go to work and turn on at 9 o'clock. But however, if you are stepping out of the house at 9 o'clock, you can use a team viewer from your computer and monitor those trades. And if you lost internet connection, or you lost power in the house, or something good did go wrong, at least you have a knowledge you are in trouble, But you don't turn it on in the morning and go to work, and it maybe it's gonna work fine as long as you know that you are risking too much. If you're not gonna look at the auto trade to check up on it, and making sure nothing happening on that ES trade right now, we are $700 on the last entry. We are done with the Nasdaq. We are completely done with the Nasdaq. We have $700 on the YM, and we have actually the CL lost the ground today. We broke even on the Russell, and now we are a little bit above 1300 on the YM. So this is very good, and this is the last trade on the ES is 725, and you can close it, or you can move the needle a little bit if you want to, or you can have the system close it if the direction it changed. One of the things, if we want to, we can look at it And most likely, I'm not sure we can change the target because it's a fully automated. I think the target is gonna go back once this bar closes. I'm not sure. I try to push the programmer if you want to. I mean, it is a very high target, 100 tick. It could be the ES is not gonna make 100 tick. It's not a CL, but actually I have not tested yet to see if we want to lower the target is gonna stay, and it seems like it's staying. This is very good news because the ES is not gonna run every day 100 tick, that's for sure, so it seems like it's staying. That's very good. So we got the ES surrounded here. As we see here from the ES, we have 33.27 as a support area. I have it at 33.25. We have a target here on another system. This is another system. Is 33.30.25. I was almost right. 33. Leave it at 33. And this is very good because this is a support area here. This is a message to the traders like to fuzzle a little bit with the trade and be in charge with their trade, not mercy of the Autotrade. As we see here, for the guys seriously wanna quit a job and make a career out of it trading, and this is what help you if you want to. Also, we can take a normal ES, a smaller ES, and look at it. It's gonna be the same. This is a double support area here, so most likely the ES is gonna hold at this support area from 33.27, and most likely is going to touch the 33.30. So we're gonna put it at one tick below the 33.30. Because this is another system, it's calculated for me. I don't have to use my head. So it seems like it's holding, and this is a very good news, because on the other auto trades, it does not hold. It goes back where the auto trade, but it seems like here you can do on that entry, secure some of your profit, or if you want to fuzzle with your target, you can fuzzle with your target. But even if you have it here or here, if the auto trade think the direction is changed and there's no more long trade, it's gonna overwrite you. I'm very impressed because I'm very happy about it, because here you can leave it without a trailing stop if you want to, and secure some of the profit if you want to. That's very fine. It's not moving. And but if the auto trade think that now it is a short, it's gonna close it, overwrite you. But in the meantime, this is really nice and very impressive that on that auto trade you can you have this luxury. Actually, I call it luxury, that the needle is not going back to where the auto trade has put it on. And this is very nice that if you are around like now 12 o'clock, you're done for today, this is your last trade for today, you can tie it up a little bit and close that trade. And that it is really very impressive that we can do that. And I'm very happy about this. Maybe 70% of the clients will not touch an auto trade. This is our experience for the last 10 years. You cannot even get a guy to move this one from here to here. 70%. But we still have the 70% that will, and so we know the habits after 10 years dealing with the public and the mistakes we made before, and we recognize a guy is auto trading is not gonna do any commitment to his trades. So 70% they're gonna be the same, and 30% they will be able to say, okay, you know what, now it's 12 o'clock, I want to go eat. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tie it up, and I don't want to leave it to the destiny. I don't know. So right now we did go south on the last trade on the CL. We are $40 down. Russell $80, YM 570, and then we're tiring up that trade on the ES, so we can go eat in peace. So this is a very nice, very impressive. But look at this, guys. When we first started at 10 o'clock, we had a 2750, and now it's 12 o'clock. The numbers has changed, but we're still on a 2750. If you go back on the video, and this is my point to those traders thinking want to double out their amount every single day, is now 2,800 into the profit. And if you go back with this video, you will find out we started auto trading at 9 o'clock. By 10 o'clock, we had the 2,800. And now it's 12 o'clock. We're closing at 2,800. We didn't do anything. All what we have done from 10 o'clock, those 2 hours, risking our account and giving more commission to our broker. That's all what we have done. We have accomplished nothing. Zero. Nothing. From 10 o'clock until now, we have not got anything out of it. And as we see right now, we are about to close the NASDAQ. And this is where, I don't remember how much we start with, but somewhere around this area when we first started at 10 o'clock, around 2,900. I don't think so. We even hit the 3,000 when we first started. And now it's 12:04, and we are leaving on the same price, but more commission and more risk we have taken. Again, guys, longer trade is losing money. You cannot extend the hour of trade. What you need to do, you start with one contract, you stay from 9:12. Once you start knowing your auto trade, how much can take, then we can go ahead expand to 2 contract, 3 contract, 4 contract. But you don't extend the hours. You stay put on 9 to 12. Whatever happened in the afternoon, we don't care. You're done. You accomplished. You're done. So, guys, it's been a pleasure. Really pleasure serving you. It's been a pleasure to find something solution for amateur trading, and I'm very proud what we have accomplished, because this is the biggest challenge, to bring a guy and not rack his account. It's been a nightmare for 10 years. And even some traders, they're going to rack this one. Absolutely. Not every trader is going to own that auto trade and it's going to be okay. Some of them going to rack it. They're not going to listen. They're going to do whatever they want to, But again, it's been a pleasure, and we will update you. For the traders asking me to send this version, has not been sent out yet, and it will be sent when it is complete within a few days. And then we will have a webinar on Monday, try to educate you more for our members. And but when we release it, then at least you know what you're doing. I want to say thank you very much, and if you like us, please give us a thumb up. And this is the only thing keep driving us on the YouTube. If you give us a thumb up, tomorrow will not be live, and then we'll see you on Thursday. God bless every single one of you. Wish you happy trading. Be careful with your trade. Don't get aggressive, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye for now.